Four matches left for you guys. You have a mathematical chance, still have a chance to qualify for the playoffs. What's the strategy?
Yeah, I think the toss is becoming a very sort of crucial part of winning or losing games. Some games we're not going to get all the wickets up front. They're not going to be three down. They're going to be scoring sometimes.
At Eden Gardens, 260 was chased down by Punjab. So, what are the things bowlers are all, doing? Fast bowlers, to be specific, to get to belong there.
Yeah, I think once again it's about being smart, being able to understand what's in front of you, what's required. It's going to be nothing different from what we've done. It's just about how we go about it and when we do certain things.
Hey, Anrich, how are you?
Good, thank you yourself.
Yeah. Well, Anrich, it has been a pretty disappointing season for you as an individual, and of course as a team for KKR. So, how do you, looking back at this season, how do you reflect on it?
Well, I think we're still looking forward. We're not looking back in the season. There's nothing really we can do about the past. It's just been one or two performances where we haven't clicked and just need that little bit of momentum now going from this last win. Hopefully we can take the momentum, win most of the games or all the games, and possibly still lift the trophy. So I don't think we're looking back at it. We're looking forward at what we can improve on and what we have to do basically in the next few games to try and win everything.
Hendrik, as a bowling unit, KKR, obviously they have a very versatile bowling attack, but often we have seen in the power play, you guys haven't taken enough wickets. So, any reason do you see behind this?
I think the boys have been bowling really well. Everyone sort of vibe have been good. Harshit's been good. Varun coming in the power play. So Mo in bowling sometimes in the power play. So I think the boys have been really good. There's been one or two good innings where we I think it was, I can't remember the two teams now exactly, but one or two games where we couldn't get wickets. But in general, I think we've been superb in the power play. If you look at the numbers, power play, middle over, and death, I think we've been really good. So yeah, some games we're not going to get all the wickets up front. They're not going to be three down. They're going to be scoring sometimes. So that's going to happen. That's part of cricket as well. But I think the boys have been bowling really good and very skillful. And like I said, I think it's been one or two games where things just hasn't gone as planned in the power play.
Well, T20 cricket dynamics have changed, it's changing rapidly. You see 14-year-old hitting international bowlers like he's playing cricket in the backyard. So, do you see as a bowler, things are becoming more challenging in T20, especially in T20 cricket? You bowl the death overs, the overs where batters just go after the bowling.
It does. It definitely becomes harder. It's something we've seen over the last few years, especially with the impact play. If you've got guys like Mo in for us coming in sometimes at 9, um, it's a long lineup. It's everyone can bat from. It's basically a guy who can open the batting who's batting at 9 or 10. So it's a long lineup. It's very difficult to sort of execute all the time. But also it's difficult to bowl to a proper in batter at the end where you think you've got the wickets and now you just need to sort of restrict the rest of the runs where they can still get going and they can play like a top order batter. I think since the impact play as well, I think the plans have changed a little bit. I think bowlers are becoming a little bit smarter. I think it's something that's maybe going to show off this year in the following year or two. Sort of try and make it as difficult as we can for the batter. But at the end of the day, you can only bowl in between those lines. You can only bowl one or two bounces or over. So the ball becomes soft. It skids on second innings most of the time with a little bit of dew. So there's not much you can do as a bowler as well. That's different from now. So it's just about how smart we can be as a bowling unit. And at the end of the day, probably the smartest bowling unit will most likely either win or be very close to winning the tournament.
And you talk about bowling units being smart. So, like, if you can elaborate few changes that bowlers have done to adapt with this changing conditions, especially with the impact player rule. Last year at Eden Gardens, 260 was chased down by Punjab. So, what are the things bowlers are all doing? Fast bowlers, to be specific, to get to belong there.
Yeah, I think it's more a situation of understanding the conditions on the day. It's hard to really elaborate on what one can do. I think there's a lot of things that has to be taken into consideration. And I think conditions and who you're up against, the ball, everything has to be taken into consideration first before you can give a plan. And then from there on, it's just to be as smart as you can. There's not one specific way of doing it, so it's pointless of me saying it's this way or that way. But I think to try and take the conditions and then to use the conditions and be as smart as you can on the day, it's vital. It's hard to tell someone who's not a part of the team or a part of cricket, really what smart means. But yeah, I think being sort of able to
Being
think.
as unpredictable as possible, maybe.
It definitely comes down to that, but it's about how to do that. So yeah, I think you that's probably the best word to to explain it. Yeah.
And like, how are you enjoying the hospitality in Kolkata? Of course, this is your new franchisee, new city, iconic Eden Gardens. You guys are playing. So, how's the Kolkata crowd, Kolkata food treating you?
Yeah, Kolkata's been great so far. I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed the team. The fans have been amazing. The ground, obviously, like you say, it's iconic, but it's just been a great sort of environment to be. I've really enjoyed my last few months. Um, and yeah, just trying to improve every day when we are training. But it's been really a nice and sort of caring environment. Getting along well with everyone as well. Good banter, good fun off the field. So it's really a great environment and a great team to be a part of.
As we are heading towards the business end of the tournament, pitches are now these days get they are playing mostly used pitches now. So, do you see bowlers coming into the game much more in this final business end of this IPL?
I think if if that's the case, and if that's the case, it's we've sort of got all bases covered with who to
Mm.
play, who not to play, different wickets, we can bring in different players. So um, it's just about hopefully assessing the conditions as good as possible before the game, playing the right bowlers, like you say, and then yeah, I think the toss is becoming a very, very sort of crucial part of winning or losing games. Some venues batting first, some venues batting second, I suppose. But yeah, especially the closer you get to the end of the comp, it would probably um, you would think they would be more deteriorating as the game goes on. So it's definitely becoming a very crucial part if it hasn't been already since the start. But yeah, I think once again it's about being smart, being able to understand what's in front of you, what's required. It's going to be nothing different from what we've done. It's just about how we go about it and when we do certain things at certain times.
Four matches left for you guys. You have a mathematical chance, still have a chance to qualify for the playoffs. What's the strategy? Win all four matches. I know that that's the simple way to be saying it, but still, how motivated the dressing people in the dressing room are, and how are you looking at these four last four matches?
Look, we really want to win. We really don't want to be mid to bottom of the table. So it's only one game at a time. That's all you can do. If you're a batter or if you're a bowler, it's one ball at a time. So we're not trying to, as far as I can see it, we're not trying to look too far ahead. We're not trying to think of a whole game or even all four games. We're trying to think of one game and how are we going to win it. And by winning it, it's by winning every single ball, every 120 balls we bowl and bat. So I think that's the most important strategy. Once you get way ahead of yourself, then you're already lost, and then you forget about how crucial this ball or this, yeah. So staying in the moment is very important. The boys are very motivated. Like I said, it's a great group. It's a fun group. Guys in have good energy. And the most important thing is to try and take that onto the field when we're batting or bowling, and sort of show our intent on the field.
Ajinkya Rahane, he has been as a captain, he has been performing with the bat as well. He has been a very animated captain on the field as well. So, what is your experience of playing under him?
He's been great. I met him at Delhi playing with him, and he's been a great individual, great person. Probably the ultimate professional on and off the field. So it's been really great playing under him. I haven't had much chance to play under him, but just to have him around, speak with him, speak about the game or just off field, just having a normal conversation. He's really a great individual. So lots of respect for him, and I'm glad to see him doing well this season as well. He's always put in the hard work, and I'm glad to see that pay off.
Personally, for you, of course, it was very disappointing that you missed the Champions Trophy. Looking ahead after this IPL, of course, South Africa will be playing the WTC final at the Lords against Australia, the defending champions. Uh, your aspirations of playing that final and how are you looking at it? How big it will be for South African cricket if they win the WTC final?
Yeah, it's massive. I think the way the team has gone over the last few months to year and a half, 2 years, they've been really doing well. They've been putting in the hard work. Everyone's that's in the team has either performed, has been performing, or is currently performing. 90%, 99% of the time, it's a team effort. Everyone's chipping in, everyone's sort of contributing. So it looks like a really great team from the side. The teams, like I said, they've been doing well in the Shooks, and the way it's taken them to just sort of believe in themselves again. It's been brilliant to see, and they've dominated. So I'm really excited to really excited for this World Test Championship trophy to get underway, and hopefully, and I'm sure we will lift the trophy.
All the best for you, Enric, and all the best for the rest of the season. And I hope that we'll get to see you with the winning team at Lords.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.